Cruyff. चलो देखते हैं.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it.
Hello,
Let's
bro.
hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. There's the whistle, and here we go.
Well, it's safe to say, Peter, we're in the presence of defensive
Okay.
royalty here.
And so what is
Itna
it
heavy
that
touch.
makes Paolo Maldini so regal?
Well, I think the fact that he almost never had to make a tackle says it all. He just doesn't need to. With him, it's all about anticipation, positioning, and reading the game superbly. There's very few who are able to do that at the highest level like him.
Pepe defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And he's being shifted off it. Now it's Luis Suarez. Vieira. And it's Nedved.
अबे
Spread it left. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And it's Cruyff. Ronaldinho. Vinicius Junior. He's found a way through. Vieira deals with that comfortably.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
That has ended up in no man's land. Cruyff.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Now it's Luis Suarez.
अबे पास चला जाता.
Referee's had a good look and given a corner. And we have our very first corner. He leaps for it,
Maldini यार.
but he's left disappointed.
Maldini is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Vieira. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Lahm. Van Dijk. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Nedved. And this is Adriano.
Adriano
भाई को
really
पास तो
was
दिले.
well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And this it's Adriano! He's got away with one there.
Well, let that be a lesson to them. If they don't stay focused all the time, they're going to be made to pay.
He's picked his way through.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Nedved. Luis Suarez. Threads one in. Veron. Oh, easy pickings there. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Reflections on the first half?
Solid. Very solid, actually, Peter. They haven't made much of an impression at the other end, but defensively I think they've got an awful lot right, completely nullifying their opponents. Now they just need to focus on getting a little more creative.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. And so the action is resumed.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Passing nice and neat.
Barcelona really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Barcelona are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Cruyff. Almost an hour gone. And this is Bale. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Henderson did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Vinicius Junior. And a shot! And yes, it's there! It is the pick-me-up they all longed for.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence.
Chance for a shot! And no mistake. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
That was easy, almost too easy.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Now it's Inzaghi. Veron. Nedved. Just about up to 75 minutes. And here's Vinicius Junior. Good read, needed to be. That's going to go a long way.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Oh, cracking. Decent chance! Oh, fallen loose again! And that's in! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That's smart play from him, actually, Peter. That goal was all about positioning. He knew instinctively where to be should the keeper have gotten a little jittery.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Van Dijk makes the interception. Nedved. Now it's Bale. Bale! And that really should have been that.
And that reaction says it all. They had a real chance to tighten the screw there, and it's been blown.
Now it's Kane. And here's Vinicius Junior. Pass is just off target. And that is well cleared.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Lahm promptly onto that, and that is that. Deep into stoppage time. Veron. That's a lovely, neat pass. And that is as far as it goes. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game.
Hello, bro. Welcome to the stream.
The noise is
Bro,
just
please
about
write
reaching
in
a
English.
crescendo here as these
I
two
don't
sides get
understand
ready
your
to lock
language.
horns. This is football at its finest. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, we're underway.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
That is a great pick out. And he's managed to get... There's the shot! It's in!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And here's Van Basten. Passing is crisp and sharp. Van Basten! And it's in! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot. It's Eto'o! Sensational from Eto'o! A finish of true class. And the comeback is complete. Whoever is in his path, he will all... Luis Suarez! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Suarez really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
He leaps for it. Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
That is good progress on the left. No outsmarting him this time. Jordi Alba just loves to go forward. It's Eto'o! Sensational from Eto'o! A finish right from the top draw. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. Pressure, what pressure? He feels none of it.
Eto'o demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create an...
Bullet! And he has kept it out somehow.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
This is their second corner of the game. Towering header! And no mistake. Great corner, and he did the rest.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
And he's only too happy to take that back. Now there's a fight. It's Eto'o! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Cuts it, but Totti! Didn't quite get enough on that.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Now it's Luis Suarez. Nedved. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Oh, there's a probing ball. And here's Hullet. Oh, super Messi! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And it's Eto. And that could set him on his way. And we've reached half-time. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it's been played at such a frenetic pace. I'm amazed it's only been 45 minutes. I'm wondering whether these players are going to be able to maintain that energy.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. And so the action is resumed.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Now it's Bale. Rijkaard. Van Basten. Mateus. It's a good run down the right.
Was that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
It's played through for him. He's got away. Big chance! Now, who's going to be first to this?
Right here, right now, it's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball and the game.
Now it's Bale. Spread to the right. Knocks it into space. And he's heaved it away.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Costa Curta. Totti is onto it in a flash. And it's Bale. Messi. Messi. Picked out brilliantly. No foul, says the referee. It's Luis Suarez! So close to drawing level.
Well, I think that look says it all, Peter. Brilliant save from the keeper. He read the situation superbly.
So can they do it again? And that was somewhat errant. He has found the way through. Shoot! And that would have been game, set and match.
He's really trying to take this upon himself to get it won.
And that has been cleared. Well, they've got it back in a good chance here. Corner number 2 then.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Costa Curta. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? And here's Eto. It's Eto! And that is wildly off target. And there goes the final whistle. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost intensity, they lost their lead.
लाइक कर दो भाई सभी.
So bring it on. Height, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So we're up and running.
Frank Rijkaard's presence here in the middle will be massive, Peter. He's so physically dominant, such a destroyer.
But he does have a certain X factor as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that's the side of his game that makes him so special, that ability to play on the front foot, triggering counter-attacks, quickening the tempo, and even carrying the ball forward, you know, if required.
Which has come to be expected from players in that position now, but at the time, of course, it was revolutionary.
Absolutely was.
And it's Griezmann in with the challenge.
Griezmann really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very close.
Bullets! He scored!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So, a breakthrough already. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. And here's Hullet. And this is Luis Suarez. Suarez showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Oh, chance for us! Oh, good finish! Pirlo, always wanting the ball, always wanting to do something different with it.
अबे फाउल नहीं दिया.
Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Xabi Alonso powering forward here, and a shot!
Nice, Michael.
Maldini promptly onto that, and that is that. Now it's Nedved. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Griezmann receives it in a good... Gets his head on it! Oh, good finish. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Maldini spots it, and it's Dembele! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
5 minutes till the break. And he's intervened well there. Oh, super ball. Oh, he's having a go! Luis Suarez! It's a beauty! About as smooth as it gets. And they're threatening to fly away here. He gave it plenty and some. Thrashed it in.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. The message is clear, none shall pass. And that signals the end of the first period. Well, the mood in the two camps couldn't be more different as they go in for half-time. Elation on one side, misery on the other.
It's an eye-catching scoreline, but it's a fair reflection on what we've just seen in this first half, Peter. Now they just need to make sure they retain their focus until the very end. No slip-ups.
It's hard to believe we're only at half-time. The lead is 3, but for how long? It's anyone's guess. So straight into the second half. And this is Ibrahimovic. Griezmann. And this is Nedved. Might be danger here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
That'll be a throw. And it's Pirlo. Well, that has not gone well. Brazil have reclaimed it. Now it's De Bruyne. He's picked his way through. De Bruyne, terrific effort! Rooney is flagged offside. Rooney. Now it's Owen. This is a promising build-up.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
He's got away. Looking for the far post. And that has been cleared. Owen. Can he get on the end of this? Belletti.
That's good play from him.
The ball's swung in. And he gets rid in a hurry. Pirlo. Lahm has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Costa Curta with the slide tackle there. Konate defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. De Bruyne. 75 minutes played. Tries to pass it through. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Nicely weighted ball. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Chance, surely! And the keeper's well positioned.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And here's Suarez. And this is Hullet. Hullet. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Lahm plays it in. Oh, he's been caught. And again! Rijkaard. Not too much. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win. Hullet taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So straight into the action. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Thibaut Courtois. He's a huge presence between the sticks, and that's not just because he's 6'6", Peter. He's got great reflexes, wonderful positioning, and he's a strong defensive leader. I think opposition defences will also need to watch out for his long throws. They're quick.
And Del Piero! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. And he's heaved it away. Oh, that's well spotted. Cole. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, nicely intercepted. Van Dijk. Here's Griezmann. Griezmann!
Nice.
Oh, it's a
हेलो
stunning
हंटर
goal!
भाई क्या हालचाल
He's
है
got himself an absolute peach. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch,
भाई
and they're dazed.
कौन बड़े दिनों बाद दिखे
Bangladesh
कहाँ
are
किसी की स्ट्रीम
already
पे भी नहीं आ
chasing
रहे
the
थे
game.
आजकल
They didn't envisage that.
कहाँ बिजी हो
And it's Del Piero. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Shevchenko. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Lam has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted.
टूर्नामेंट
That's
सीजन है
beautifully weighted. No, that's been
Tournament season, eh?
intercepted.
कौन सा टूर्नामेंट
Gerrard. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Rooney. Good read, needed to be. Pirlo. Griezmann. Back where it came from. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Oh,
रोक ले
good read.
He read that really well and
Nice.
stopped it.
A quick look, thought about cutting it. Goes
अबे
for the
यार
shot!
मास्टर टर्निंग फुटबॉल का
A
ओके
real
ओके
chance and a real let-off.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter,
हैप्पी
but
कहाँ है
that's a
आजकल
warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Pirlo. And the counter is on. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. And that's another good win of the ball. Messi is sporting a guilty look after that. It's Luis Suarez!
हैप्पी
Luis
गया था घर आ
Suarez!
गया
He just
हाँ
has
वापस अब
something
ओके
about as smooth as
आज
it
लाइव नहीं आएगा
gets. And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. He gave it plenty and some, thrashed it in.
And I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
And the referee says that is that for the
साला
first
कल
half.
सुबह 5 बजे
Well, the
प्रैक्टिस
second goal certainly came as a
ball
welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so
Sure.
potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already
कमांडो
established.
ट्रेनिंग ले रहे हो क्या
Well,
विदाउट
who
बॉल
could have predicted a scoreline like this after just 45 minutes? The sides separated by 2. The second half is up and running. Oh, that's an excellent interception.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision making. Okay, initially he probably was
अबे
afforded the
नहीं
space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
And here's Suarez. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
रेड कार्ड मेरा 1 वीक से
Gerrard has
का
been
सबसे
called there. It's a
बकवास दिन
foul.
है फर्स्ट
And no
वीक का
surprise,
सबसे
that's a booking.
बकवास
I
दिन
just
कल
think it
है
was a cheap foul to give away.
And it's Koundé. Showing great feet there. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Luis Suarez being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Del Piero. Now it's Griezmann. Luis Suarez. Nice interception, well timed. And the shot! And it's there! And they are disappearing out of sight. He won't
हैप्पी
get
की
any
वो आईडी का
simpler
कुछ
than
हुआ
that,
वैसे
but he's certainly not complaining.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
A case now of complete control. Gerrard. And here's Rooney. This is a promising build-up. And he's had it nicked away. Now it's Del Piero. Tries to pass it through. Griezmann. Well read, nice interception. Messi. And that has put paid to that. Cole. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour.
चल
That's an imaginative pass.
अबे यार
Del Piero couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
It's admirable, but ultimately he didn't know when to look for support.
Cole! And that has forced the very best out of the keeper.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
That is good alertness. Pass somewhat off target. Lam. And Del Piero!
अबे नाइस पास
And the keeper has done enough. Top stop.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So things are underway.
For the ultimate model of consistency and longevity, there is the perfect example in front of us.
Yeah, Javier Zanetti goes on forever, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, that's why they call him the tractor. He just ploughs on and on with boundless energy.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Lahm got a long way forward to join the attack. Vieira gets across to intercept that. Now it's Hullet. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And this is Hullet. It's played through for him. Big chance!
Nice.
It's there! And there is your opener. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Now it's Hullet. Lahm looking for the run, and this is Hullet. The ball goes in, and he can thump it away. Oh, good-looking ball. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And it's Kane. And here's Yamal.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And it's Griezmann! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Griezmann really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Oh, good climb! And that's a good finish. And they're threatening to fly away here. Great corner, and he did the rest.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Pirlo. And this is Hullet. And the shot! And it's there! And there is the big 200. Everybody reminds him what he has gone and done. And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. A case now of complete control.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Hello, bro.
So will they make it count again? Oh, good effort. No, he didn't quite meet it right. Mbappe, he's found a way through. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. And the pass is intercepted. And it's Griezmann.
Suarez really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
It's a goal kick. Maldini gathers from the goal kick. Oh, nicely intercepted. Nedved. Quality ball. And here's Yamal. And here's Mbappe. And that is the end of the first half. Well, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, and it might grow even wider in this second half.
It's an eye-catching scoreline, but it's a fair reflection on what we've just seen in this first half, Peter. Now they just need to make sure they retain their focus until the very end. No slip-ups.
It's hard to believe we're only at half-time. The lead is 3, but for how long? It's anyone's guess.
ਸਤਿ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਸਹਿਬਲ ਕੀ ਹਾਲ ਹੈ
Hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
ਅਬੇ
And
ਯਾਰ
this is Hullet. Now it's Mbappe, looking to pass their way up the pitch. Nedved conjures time and space where few can. Mbappe! This might spell danger. Neymar! It's off target
Mere
and by
sadde
quite
1900
a way.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
And this is Hullet. He's through here. And he was quick to react. This game already looks like a fait accompli. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? That
Abbe,
is a
kahan pass?
jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And that's really well manoeuvred. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. And here's Neymar. It's Neymar! Lacking in accuracy.
Well, that's a sign that he clearly feels the need to take it upon himself to try and get his side back into this.
Griezmann. And this is Luis Suarez. Takes a shot! And he should have made it 4.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
So bring it on. Height, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So it's down to business here. Now it's Del Piero. Oh, perfectly measured that. Mateus. Now, can they get him away? He's in a great position here. And the shot! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And here's Nedved. Del Piero. And this is Del Piero. Kvaratskhelia. Mateus. Pirlo. That's an imaginative pass. And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Del Piero. Guti. Now it's Del Piero. It's Nedved! No change to the score. 0-0 it remains. Great vision. No way through. Tabsoba. Inzaghi is herring after that one. And he's only too happy to take that back. Guti! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Cleared away. And it's Lam.
Oh, really well played.
Eto. And here's Hullet, and Hullet!
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
Maldini. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And there's green grass ahead of him. He's free, he has got... Can he finish? It's in! And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
The first breakthrough.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
That's going across goal. Keeper's dealt with that. Nicked it back promptly. Nedved. And the shot! Bruno Fernandes. Filippo Inzaghi. Kvaratskhelia. And it's Nedved. Shoots! Just not quite happening for him just now.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
Filippo Inzaghi. And the referee has blown for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Put it! Now, who's going to be first to this?
Bullet clearly held on to it far too long there.
Great chance! Bruno Fernandes, very much a man of this moment. Passing is crisp and sharp. Eto'o.
He almost caught everyone out there the way he just eked out the
Queda मैच
route to
देखा.
get the shot in.
Z5 ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗਾ ਮੇਰੇ ਕੋਲ, ਹੋਰ ਕਿਤੇ ਆਂਦਾ ਕੋਈ ਲਿੰਕ ਲੁੰਕ ਤੇ?
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Well, there's going to be a major shake-up in the attack here.
Well, it looks like he's playing his trump card.
Oh, good climb! Well, that's a fair try, but just off target.
Filippo Inzaghi is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Just about up to the hour now. And this is Inzaghi. Mateus, never out of the action for very long.
देखदा मैं.
And here's Bale. And this is Inzaghi.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And this is Bale. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense and so was the relief. The great escape.
Goes for a shot! And that was neither one thing nor the other.
Eto'o might just be regretting what was probably the toughest of his options.
Short changes him with that pass. Nicely shaped ball.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. He's keen, determined to have his say.
Sao Del Rey really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
It's their second corner of the game. Well, there's the clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Inzaghi. Inzaghi. Lovely feet. The ball has bounced loose now. Now it's Messi. And Messi! Oh, looks like he's been taken out there.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
The final seconds now. Now it's Inzaghi. Filippo Inzaghi! Oh, how good is he? sumptuous finish, an absolute joy. And right near the end, we have parity. And a trade... How they wanted to win. They did everything to win, but time has beaten them. A good watch, more than a good...